discuss very small topic that is current carriers in different materials. Here, what is meant by current carriers? The charged entities whose flow in a different directions constitute electric current is called current carriers. The example, for example, in solids, like in solids like metallic conductors, there are good conductor which can have the free valency electrons in the conductors. That's why the current in the metallic conductors, in the metals is free charge carriers or the electrons. That's why in the conductors the current carriers are the electrons. In conductors current carriers are the electrons. In semiconductors like germanium and silicon, like example germanium and silicon. In germanium and silicon there are the semiconductor. In the semiconductors the current carriers is due to the flow of holes and electrons. Insulators. Here in the insulators no charge, that means no current carriers, because of in the insulator current does not flow through it. Example, glass, ebonite, glass or ebonite, etc. Now electrolytes. In the electrolytes the current is due to the current carriers is due to the flow of positive ions and negative ions, like NaCl. It is in the electrolyte solution, that means Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus is the positive ion and Cl minus is the negative ion. This is the current carriers in the electrolytes is due to the flow of positive ions and negative ions. Next one is in gases. At normal conditions the gases has no charge or no current carriers, but at current is flow in the gases when the gas can be ionized by the high potential difference and low pressures. In that event current carriers are the electrons and positive ions. It's a very important for beats. And one more question, in solids the electrons are the current carriers. In semiconductor holes and electrons are the current carriers. Insulator there is no current carriers, and electrolyte positive ions and negative ions are the current carriers. In gas at normal conditions there is no current flow, like it is like an insulator, but the gas can be ionized at a high potential difference and low pressures. The current carriers is due to the flow of electrons and positive ions. Now we are going to discuss drift velocity and relation with current, electric current problems. The first problem is on board. Consider a wire of length 4 meter, cross sectional area 1 millimeter square, carrying a current of 2 ampere. If each cubic meter of material contains 10 to the power of 29 free electrons, find the average time taken by an electron to cross the length of the wire. Now in this question what they given, we write here first. Then length of the wire is given 4 meter. Area of cross section is 1 millimeter square. Now 1 millimeter square is converted to meter squares. Why? Because of it is a in terms of millimeter, but a SI unit, all units are must be in SI system. That's why 1 meter will be equal to 10 cubed millimeters. Then 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Then here 1 into millimeter square means 10 to the power of minus 3 meter whole square. Then we will get 10 to the power of minus 6 meter square. Now the given current carrying the conductor is a 2 ampere. Number density means the material which contains free electrons per meter cube is called as a number density. It is given 10 to the power of 29 electrons, free electrons per meter cube. Now here what they are asking about that average time taken by an electron to cross the length of the wire. Here this is the length of the conductor is L. The current carrying the conductor is I. How the current will flow means we are applied the potential difference across the conductor. Then only the current will be passes through it. Then current will passes through means the electrons will be drifted when applied the electric field. Then the drift velocity is Vd. The electron to cross from one end to the another end with a velocity is Vd, the length is L. Then the drift velocity Vd is equal to length by time. That is the average time T is equal to L by Vd. Here first we find drift velocity and after we find time. Then we are finding about the drift velocity and time. Here we know about that the relation between drift velocity and electric current, that is I is equal to NEA Vd. Here N is the number density, E is the charge of the electron, E is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. A is the cross sectional area and Vd is the drift velocity. Now Vd is equal to I by NEA. Here what they given I value? I value is 2 amperes by N value is number density 10 to the power of 29 into charge of the electron is we know 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into here cross sectional area is 10 to the power of minus 6, that is equal to here 2 by 10 to the power of 29, 10 to the power of minus 19 means it is the 10 to the power of 10 and 10 to the power of minus 6 means 1.6 into totally it is remains 10 to the power of 4. Then it will be calculated 20 by 16 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Here 16 ones, 0.4 will be there, 16 2s are 32, remaining 8 will be there, that is 16 5s are 80. Then 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter per second. This is about the drift velocity of the electrons when it can have 2 amperes. Now we are finding average time. Average time taken by an electron to cross the length of the wire. That is T is equal to L by Vd. What is the length of the wire? 4 meters they given. 4 by 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Then we calculate here, that is 3.2 into 10 to the power of 4 seconds. This is the average time taken by the electron to cross the length of the wire. Now we are going to discuss second problem. A copper wire of length 2 meters, a cross-sectional area 2 millimeters square, carries a current of 4 ampere. It is assumed that there is only 1 electron per atom. Atomic mass of copper is 63 grams. Mass of the copper is given 63 grams and the density of copper is 8.9 gram per cc, centimeter cube. Find drift velocity and also find mobility of the electrons if the potential difference is 100 volts. Is applied this one. Now what they given in the problem? First, length of the conductor is 2 meter. Area of cross section A is equals to 2 millimeter square, that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter whole square, because of 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Then here a cross sectional area of the wire 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter square. And now current is given, I is equal to 4 ampere. Here atomic mass number of copper mass number M is equal to 63 grams. It is converted into in terms of kg, 63 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kgs. Now the density of copper is given, that is 8.9 gram per cc, that is 8.9 into 1 gram is 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Cubic centimeter means 10 to the power of minus 2 whole cube, meter whole cube, that is 8.9 into 10 to the power of minus 3 by 10 to the power of minus 6 kg per meter cube. Because of in the density is given in terms of gram per cc, that is converted into kilogram per meter cubed. It is the CGS unit of density. It is converted into SI unit. Now it get cancelled. What do we get? Copper is 8.9 into 10 to the power of 3 kg per meter cube. Kg per meter cube. Now the copper wire, in the copper only 1 electron per 1 atom, that is 1 gram which contains 10 to the power of Avogadro's number of atoms in the 1 gram of copper, that is number of electrons per unit volume. number of electrons per unit volume, per unit volume, that is can be written as n small n is equal to n by V. That is here V density is equal to mass per volume. Volume is equal to mass by density. That is N is equal to Na by rho, Na rho by M. Then we substitute number density is N is equal to, what is the Na? Na is the Avogadro's number, 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 into density 8.9 into 10 to the power of 3 by mass of the copper they given 63 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Then it will be calculate, we will get 8.5 into 10 to the power of 28 electrons per meter cube. Electrons per meter cube. Now it is a number density you find, but what they asking? Drift velocity. Drift velocity, relation with electric current, and drift velocity formula, I is equal to NEA Vd. Then Vd is equal to, we are substituting, Vd is equal to I by NEA. What is the current? Current is the 4 ampere by N value we got 8.5 into 10 to the power of 28 into charge of the electron. Charge of the electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Cross-sectional area is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Then we cancel this. That is 4 1 just 4. 4 4 just 16 means 0.4. That is, now we calculate, we get 0.147 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Then its drift velocity 1.4 into 1.47 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter per second. This is about the drift velocity of the electron in the given conductor. Now potential they given. Second one, the potential is given. That is, potential difference across the conductor is 100 volts. Then finding of mobility. Mobility formula mu is equal to Vd by drift velocity by electric field. Now we know that electric field is equal to the potential per unit length. Mu is equal to the mobility, mu is equal to Vd by V by L. Mobility mu is equal to VdL by V. Here mobility is equal to, what is the drift velocity? Drift velocity we are finding, the value is 1.47 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter per second by length of the wire. The length of the wire is 2 meters. And here the potential difference is 100 volts. Then we are finding mu is equal to 2 7 just 14, 4, 1 here, 2 4 the 8, 9, 2 1 just 2. 2 digits after point, that is 2.94. Here 10 to the power of minus 4 is in the numerator. in the denominator is 100, it's go to up into 10 to the power of minus 6. The mobility, it is the mobility, that is mobility unit is meter square, volt per minus 1, second power of minus 1 is the units. This is the mobility of a given conductor. Now here it is the drift velocity and it is the mobility of a given conductor of a copper wire. This question is very important, very important for board point of view. And here we are calculating two formulas. One is drift velocity, another one is mobility. We are going to third question. The number of free electrons per 5 centimeters of ordinary copper wire is 2 into 10 to the power of 21. The average drift speed of the electrons is 0.25 millimeter per second. What is the current flowing? Now here, first what they given we are right here. The number of free electrons per 5 centimeters of ordinary copper wire. The length of the copper wire L is equal to 5 centimeters. Means 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. And here copper wire is N, number of electrons is N is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 21. And the average drift speed of electrons is, drift speed of electrons Vd is equal to 0.25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 millimeter per second. Millimeter converted into meters. They given here like that, millimeter per second. Then we converted into SI system, 0.25 into 10 to the power of 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. That's why minus 3 meter per second. Then simply write 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter per second. Now they are asking about current flow. First find current flow. I is equal to relation between current and drift velocity. I is equal to NEAVD. But here how to find N? Here N is what? N is equal to number of electrons per unit volume, that is area into length. Then we substitute I is equal to N by AL into EAVD. Area of cross section is get cancelled. Then I is equal to number of electrons. How many? 2 into 10 to the power of 21 by length of the conductor is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into charge of the electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into drift velocity 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Here cancel it. 2 1 just 2.5. 2.5 get cancelled. Here. Now what will be there? I is equal to 1.6. Here it going to up, that is the 10 to the power of 23. Here 10 to the power of minus 23 get cancelled. The current flowing through the wire I is equal to 1.6 amperes. We are going to discuss fourth problem. A charged particle having a drift velocity of 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter per second in electric field of 3 into 10 to the power of minus 10 volt per meter. Mobility is in terms of meter square second power minus 1 volt power of minus 1. Options is given 6.5 into 10 to the power of 6, 2.5 into 10 to the power of 6, 2.5 into 10 to the power of 4, 6.5 into 10 to the power of 4. Now the mobility formula mu is equal to drift velocity by electric field. What is drift velocity? 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 by electric field is they given 3 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Cancel. 3 1 is 3, 2.5 are. Then the mobility is equal to 2.5. Here 10 to the power of minus 4 and minus 4 cancel. In the denominator having 10 to the power of minus 6 is go to upper 10 to the power of 6 meter square second power of minus 1 volt power of minus 1. We are going to discuss fifth question. 3 copper rods are subjected to different potential difference. Compare different speeds of electrons through them. Assume that all 3 are at the same temperature. They given lengths, diameter of the 3 wires and a potential. What is the relation of their drift speeds? Now we know that the drift formula, drift velocity, Vd is equal to E by m into tau. Here m is the mass of the electron, E is the charge of the electron, tau is the relaxation time. The relaxation time which is depends on the temperature. But here they given same temperature. That's why E, m, tau are must be constant. The Vd is directly proportional to E. But we know that drift velocity is proportional to electric field. But we know electric field equal to potential difference by its length of the conductor, V by L. Now Vd is proportional to V by L. That means drift velocity is depends on the potential and length, but independent of the diameter. Independent of diameter. That's why now we compare here. Then V1 means first drift velocity of first conductor, first wire, that is V by L is proportional. Second one also is proportional to V by 2L. 2 to cancel, that is also V. V2 is proportional to V by L. That meaning of what? V1 is equal to V2. And third one is V3 is proportional to V by 2V by 3L. That is V3 is equal to, now 2 by V3 is proportional to 2 by V into 2 by 3 into V1 or V2. Now here from this V1 is equal to V2, but V3 is less than V1. That's why V1 and V2 are greater than V3. Then the first option will be correct. Here in this problem we are clearly observed it. The drift velocity is independent of the diameter of the wire. It is depends on electric field, or it depends on potential difference and the length of the conductors. That's why the option will be first is correct. Now we are going to sixth question. In a wire of a circular cross section with a radius r, free electrons travel with a drift velocity v. When a current I flows through the wire, the current in another wire of half the radius and of the same material, when the drift velocity is 2 volts. Now the options is given I, 2I, I by 2, I by 4. Now the relation between current and the drift velocity. I is equal to NEA VD. But here they given radius of the wire. That's why it is converted into, area is converted into, in terms of radius, A is equal to pi r square is the cross sectional area. Then we substitute NE pi r square VD. For the given same material means the number density will be same and the charge of the electron both are same, pi is a constant. The current I is proportional to R square VD. R square VD. Then we write, they given that first initially the radius is R and the current I flows and the velocity, drift velocity is V. Now the radius is half and velocity is 2V. What is the current? Then by using this formula, I1 by I2 is equal to R1 by R2 whole square into V1 by V2. Here they given in the problem R1 is equal to R, R2 is equal to half of the radius R by 2. V1 is equal to V, V2 is equal to 2V. Then we substitute. Current I1 is equal to I. Then I2 we are finding now. Then I by I2 is equal to R by 2 whole square into V. 1 is a V. V2 is 2V. V cancel. R cancel. Then what we will get? I by I2 is equal to here 4 by 2. 2 1 just 2 2 0. Because how to get 4 means 1 by 1 by 2. 2 whole square, it is come to up means 2 square is a 4. 4 by 2. 2 can. Then I2 is equal to I by 2. Then the third option will be correct one. Now we are going to discuss seventh problem. A current flows in a wire of cross section, circular cross section with a free electrons traveling with a drift velocity v bar. If an equal current flows in a wire of twice the radius, new drift velocity is. Here they are given options V bar by 2, V bar by 4, 2V. Now the relation between drift velocity and electric current is I equal to NEA VD. This is. But now they given cross sectional area, cross section, circular cross section of radius. Then that's why A can be written as pi r square. Then I is equal to NEA means pi r square VD. Here a current flows in a wire of circular cross section, the drift velocity if an equal current of the wire twice the radius. Here I, N, E are the constants. Then I constant. Then the remaining these three terms also constant. Then we can be written as VD is proportional to 1 by A from this. That is proportional to 1 by R square. That is V1 by V2 is equal to, we can be written as R1, R2 by R1 whole square. Now just substituting that. Then here the V1 is, the given V1 is V bar and the radius is R. R1 is R. R2 is 2R because of twice the radius. Twice the radius. Then we substituting here, we are finding V2. Then V1. V1 is V bar by V2 is equal to R2 is 2R by R1 is R whole square. Then it is cancelled. Then we will get V2, V bar by V2 is equal to 4. Then V2 is equal to V bar by 4. This is the answer. That is, third option will be correct. Very simple, because in this current I will be same for the same material. That's why I and N number density and E charge of the electron and pi is a constant. That is, R square Vd is must be a constant. Constant means the drift velocity is inversely proportional to square of the radius of cross section of the wire. That's why the V2 is equal to V bar by 4. Now we are going to discuss the 8th problem. It's a very important problem for objective point of view. In a straight conductor of uniform cross section, charge Q is flowing for time t. Let S be the specific charge of an electron. The momentum of all free electrons per unit length of the conductor due to their drift velocity only is. Here options is given Q by Ts, Q by Ts whole square, root of Q by Ts, fourth option Q Ts. Now here S is the specific charge. What is meant by specific charge? Specific charge is charge per mass. Charge per mass. Then mass can be written as Q by S. Here, now drift velocity Vd is equal to length of the conductor by the time taken, L by T. Now the momentum, definition of momentum we know, the product of mass and velocity. Here which particles are charged particle is moving, the mass of the charge m and the velocity, drift velocity of the charge is Vd. Then we substitute P is equal to m is Q by S, Vd is L by T. Then what they will asking? The momentum of all free electrons per unit length. Momentum for length of all free electrons P by L is must be equal to Q by St. That is, the momentum of the all free electrons per unit length is Q by St. That's why the option will be first one is correct. We are going to ninth one. A conductor has a non-uniform cross section as shown in figure. A steady current I is flowing through it. Then the drift speed of the electrons is, the given options, is constant throughout the wire. Drift speed is constant throughout the wire. Drift speed varies unpredictably, decrease from P to Q, increase from P to Q. Here the relation between current and drift velocity I is equal to NEA Vd. Here they given constant current. Current will be constant, number density and these two terms will be constants. That's why what Vd into A is a constant. Vd is proportional to 1 by A. Here the given wire is a non-uniform cross section. That's why the drift velocity is not constant. That's why the first option is wrong. It is varies unpredictably. It is also wrong. Why? Because of drift velocity is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Now you see, here area of the cross section is increases, then drift velocity is decreases because of inversely proportional. Now at P point the area of cross section will be low. The denominator will be low means it will be high. That means at Q point area of cross section will be high. That's why at this point drift velocity is less, at P point drift velocity is high, at Q point drift velocity is low. That is, the drift velocity is decreases from P to Q. That's why third one is correct. The fourth one is wrong. Why? Because of the at Q point, the area of cross section will be high, the drift velocity is low. At P point, area of cross section of the wire will be less. That's why drift velocity will be high, inversely proportional. That's why the third option will be correct one. Now, going to 10th problem. Is given on board, that is, electrons emerging from an electron accelerator as a beam of having a circular cross section of diameter 3 millimeter. The diameter given 3 millimeter. The beam current is 6 microampere. Electrons are traveling so fast that their speed can be taken as with an insignificant error. Electron density in the beam is the given options. Here, the speed, current and drift velocity formula. What is that? I is equal to NEAV. Here, but they given diameter of the beam, because here the electrons are accelerated as a beam having a circular cross section of diameter. Diameter D is equal to 3 millimeter, that is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. Then we want the radius, R is equal to D by 2, that equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. This is the radius of the beam. Now here I is given, what they given, I is 6 microamperes. I is 6 microampere means 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. And here charge of the electron we know, the speed of the, this is called as a drift velocity, that is Vd equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. The beam speed, that means in the beam the electron speed, the fast their speed can be 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Now we want to, what do they are asking about that number density, n is equal to I by EAVD, just substituting n is equal to I, 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6. E, charge of the electron, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into area. Area A is equal to pi r square. Pi value 3.14 into r square. R value 1.5 into 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 12 because of whole square, that is 10 to the power of minus 6 into Vd 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Cancel it, 10 to the power of minus 6, 10 to the power of minus 6. 3 ones, 3 twos, that is 3 ones, 2 ones, 0.8. Then we calculate n value for these. N value is 0.1769 into 10 to the power of 11. Then n is equal to, is approximately can be written as 1.769 into 10 to the power of 10 meter power minus 3, because the number of electrons per unit meter, unit cubic meter is 1.6769 into 10 to the power of 10. Then option is second, but this is a round of number, 9 will be there in before that 6, we can, it is the 9 is more than 5 value, 5, that's why we can add, then we will get n is equal to 1.77 into 10 to the power of 10 meter power minus 3.